Hey guys, well, a rollover business startup might actually be the answer that you are searching for. A lot of people call it ROBS or a ROBS 401k. So make sure you stay tuned because I've got a free resource for you that is jam-packed with information that if you are considering opening a ROBS account, you are going to want to read. I help people ditch the 9-to-5 or the corporate desk and start freedom-based businesses. I call it the freedom strategy, so you can get out there and live the life you want to live. So if any of that sounds good to you, then please subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you get alerted when I send out a new video every Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Heather, and I am here to talk to you today about a ROBS or a rollover business startup, what it is, what it isn't, who it's good for, and who shouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. And it is often the best solution for my clients who have a 401k or an IRA. They want to start their own business, but they don't have the capital, and this is a great solution for them. So I help them with the process and hook them up with the right people so they can finally start living their dreams. Okay, so let's talk about a ROBS and what it is. Again, it is a rollover startup business account, and it is a vehicle totally straight up legit, above board, IRS approved, that allows you to tap into your money that you have already earned and put in a 401k or an IRA, and you can tap into it and use it to start your own business and be an employee of that business and get paid with no penalty. Now, I've been out there long enough to understand that there is absolutely a social stigma that is associated with tapping into your 401k. People freak out, and I am not kidding you. They act like you're the stupidest person in the world if you ever want to tap into your 401k. Now, why is this? Well, the financial industry has a lot to do with it. It is just so ingrained in us in the United States that you have to put this money away. And by the way, if you want to touch it before you're 62 and a half or 64 and a half or whatever age, we're going to penalize you. And it is so ingrained in us that people have this very visceral reaction when you say, hey, I've got some money set aside in this 401k and I want to use it to start a business. People will act like you are from Mars. Do not let that stop you, because it is often the best way to use that money that you've already made, reinvest it in yourself, and start a business that's actually going to make you more money than if you had left the money sitting there trapped in a 401k. Now, part of the reason people are so hesitant to pull the money out of an IRA or a 401k is because there are some hefty penalties associated with it. The beautiful thing about a ROBS is that there are no penalties. It is totally legit. It is a way that you are able to capture that money and use it to build a business for yourself, and you can be an employee of that business. You do not have to cash it out. This is not about cashing it out, and you do not have to take, number one, the tax hit, or number two, the 10% penalty, which can be huge. And by the way, I've got a client who cashed out a 401k to put money down on an investment property, which was totally fine because they ended up making way more money on that property, but they did pay that 10% penalty, and I just wish we had all known about this ROBS thing before that happened. Que sera, sera. However, you now know that you can do things like that with your 401k money and not get penalized. Now, I am curious, do you have a business that you want to start, but you can't quite figure out the financing? If that is the case, go ahead and write in the comments below what business it is you want to start. I love entrepreneurs and I love hearing about new businesses. Now, getting back to ROBS, the rollover startup business account, a lot of people do confuse it with a self-directed IRA, which is also something that many of my clients use. But the difference between the two, and it is really important to understand that difference. If you are using your money and putting it into what more people know about, which is the self-directed IRA, yes, you can invest in businesses. Yes, you can invest in the stock market. You can invest in properties, but you can't access that money still that's getting generated by it without taking a penalty. Now, on the flip side, the ROBS account, you can become an employee of the company and take an income from it. So you are benefiting from your own 401k that, by the way, gets transferred into a corporation. Then you become an employee of the corporation. That is why you can do it. It is a fantastic way to start a business and still get an income rather than keeping it trapped over here with the self-directed IRA. So those are the two big differences between these two entities. Now, another wonderful thing about ROBS is they do require you to establish a 401k within the company that you start. So the corporation you start has its own 401k. So if you choose to, you can absolutely roll that money right back into its own 401k. So you are not giving up your 401k. This is something that is so critical to understand. People who are negative about this whole concept often do not understand that. So understand, you have to start a 401k with this corporation that you are starting. It is a great safety net. It is also there for you to use as a tax shelter for pre-tax dollars. So you are not losing any of the benefits, but you are gaining so much more because you can also be an employee and take an income. Now, you will pay income tax on the income that you take, as you should, but that is the difference. Is if you want to be able to take an income, you want to open a ROBS account. And guys, I'm not just blowing smoke here. I have done this personally, and I think that's important that you know that, because I do know the pitfalls. I do know the work involved. I do know that, yes, you have to have this corporation, and there is a fair amount of paperwork, and I would never personally do it myself. Even though I'm an attorney and I do kind of understand how it all works, I don't do it myself. I have this great company. I hired Guidant. I think there were only a handful of companies in the country who do it. I went with Guidant. They have been extraordinary, totally professional. They have got every I dotted and every T crossed. They make sure you can't screw it up. So if you are considering doing it, I do highly recommend them. I have a link below where you can click on it and get more information about it. But it has worked beautifully for us. We are making more money on the business we started using our ROBS account than we were in the other traditional 401k. So just know it can be done. Now, who shouldn't do this? I think it's important to explore that if you just have a little nest egg that truly is all you have left for retirement, probably it's not the best solution unless you have a business that you know, like guaranteed, you are going to be making money on it. I would not consider using a ROBS if it's a super risky business you want to start, or it is really going to tap you down to zero. Especially if you're close to retirement age, you probably don't want to do that. But if you are like so many people that you have worked your butt off in the corporate world, you've got a fair amount of money in a 401k, and you want to take part of it and start a business, or even all of it to start a business, and that business is well thought out and well planned, this is a fantastic option for you. So hopefully you know which category you fit into, and if you are interested in the ROBS, again, click that link below because it'll give you a lot more information. Well, guys, if this video has helped you understand a little bit better what a ROBS is and how it can help you start your own business using your own money that you have already worked so hard for, please let me know by giving it a like and subscribing. And by the way, if you are ready to buck the traditional system and figure out how to make multiple streams of income so you can live the life you want to live, then go ahead and type #bucket in the comments below. Again, my name is Heather. Thank you for watching The Freedom Strategy. I will see you next time.